Call of Duty Warzone, we're on Xbox Series X. The game is indeed optimized, and we have some interesting details to go over in regards to that optimization. So, with the optimization, I was streaming the other night, and I got a 34 gigabyte update that I had to do. And then on top of that, there was another high-resolution texture pack download. So that is about 25 gigabytes as well. So you're seeing that in action here. And it does actually greatly improve the visual fidelity and look of the game across all of the different environments. It really does look quite fantastic. And they did mention that more possibly might be added in the future. So keep that in mind. We might actually get this looking even better than it does at the current point in time, which is definitely interesting. So another thing to note is that the game runs at a 4K resolution at 60 FPS typically with HDR support. Now the Xbox Store actually notes that it does have support for 120 FPS. So that's very interesting. And I'm going to have to do more testing in regards to seeing that in action, because I also saw a number of other people mention support for that feature. And I do find that really quite fascinating, as it wasn't mentioned anywhere. And it's weird that it's there, because I hadn't anticipated it. So, if you have details surrounding that, I'd like to hear it. And I'm also going to be looking into that as well, since I'll have to lug this up to another TV to give it a test for that. It's very interesting and perhaps surprising. Now, another thing to mention is that the game does not have an FOV slider. I know a lot of people have desired that. They've mentioned it. Hopefully it comes in the future, but right now it's not present, just so you are aware. I should also mention that these are the options that are present, just in case you are wondering. Yes, I have motion blur on, and no, I am not taking it off. Anyways, yeah, the game does actually run quite smoothly. It runs a lot better, and visually it's a lot more impressive in terms of the texturing and the look of the general world, especially the buildings. I think the glass actually looks a little bit fancier too, and the overall style of the environment just comes across as a lot better with this improvement to the game. Genuinely quite surprised at the fall there and the upgrades that were present. Usually I land on that roof, but for some reason I clicked the wrong thing, and that was causing some issues for me there, because usually I flawlessly execute this fly down on the roof. I must just be tired or something. Anyways, yeah, it's kind of exciting to jump back in here and show off more of the game, because people really do seem interested in it. And again, I'm trying to provide as accurate and detailed information as I can with what's available out there. For optimizations in general, it's been very quiet from press and PR folks as well, as I'm trying to get good, accurate, and helpful information for those watching. And it's not easy, especially with all the work I've been doing on tons of different things. So I am trying my best. That aside, if you're not familiar with Modern Warfare, we're not going to do a whole review of this again. We're just going to kind of do gameplay and talk about the visuals and showcase them. But I just want to give for quick context that this is sort of a spin-off of the Modern Warfare style. It's a free-to-play battle royale. Typically 150 players in a lobby battling it out in quads, duos, singles, threes, and there's various hopper events where special things happen, and you're trying to be the last individual and or team standing. And there's a lot of conflict and looting and scavenging and battling in order to reach that particular point. It just feels a lot better now. And you also go to the gulag if you get killed, and you gotta fight to come back. It's an interesting situation. Vehicles, blah blah blah, blasting, shooting. Anyways, you should notice, fidelity wise, it really does look a lot better with the texturing. I think the textures look absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're kind of some of the sharpest I've seen, even at the zoom in. And also the draw distance is really quite great here. I wish I had a better option for that. I need to find a weapon that has a better zoom, but you really can get a good amount of looking out into the distance and the environment beyond. I'm actually quite impressed with this. Yeah, usually I get a good weapon and I can go up on those buildings over there, the apartments, and you get a good viewing, but yeah, not from this angle. At least we have a team that's kind of sticking together. I think that's interesting. But yeah, it's just really interesting to see the improvements to the visuals here, because it was already looking better, but now it's just really quite smooth, very, very smooth the whole way through on the platform, which is fantastic. And then it also just, it really does look better. I'm genuinely shocked, and I'm not sure what else they would add on top of that, because again, I said that they were looking at adding additional, resolution texture packs. And I think it'd be very interesting to see what specifically they alter further. So it could end up looking significantly better than it does, and I think that's something cool. They've also changed, cool to keep in mind. So they've also changed the menus. It's more built in and ready for Black Ops Cold War when that arrives. What is that guy doing? I'm going to die trying to go and get him. Anyways, they've adjusted that. They've also added private matches that you can now jump in with regular players in lobbies and everything like that. I'm getting totally mismatched because there's so much going on right now. Anyways, yeah, they've added private matches, so that's kind of cool. And that aside, that's generally the gist of an update. It's kind of quiet, surprising, and it adds a fair bit to the overall experience as you go around battling and trying to survive with all this mayhem and stuff. We are getting, like, really pinched in this particular area. Good thing we have the, oh, the trophy system's gone. I was like, good thing we got the trophy system, and then, bam, the trophy system's out of here. So that's not good. Oh, I've also got a mine. Oh, that's a pistol. Maybe give me a hand there, guy that's lying down, not doing anything. I'm so dead here. so dead there. I thought I'd jump into another lobby to show off a bit more of the game, just a little area, you know, a new spot, and hopefully we'll be able to present more of like the visuals and how this has changed so that you can really enjoy what this has to offer. Wow, he actually was going over there. My sense of depth there was way off. I ain't scared to use the pistol, that's for sure. Yeah, I kind of like the warm-ups. At the same time, I don't necessarily get the point of them either, because the game seems to like render and load perfectly fine. It's interesting why we have them. I don't think he has a sniper rifle. I don't have access to that kind of weapon. I'm assuming that's because they died. It's very true. And hopefully we can also show off a bit more of the rendering to it at long distance. Get a good scoped weapon to kind of showcase that. It's a very interesting line. Well, actually, I do like dropping down near the superstore, but not in the superstore. Well, we'll kind of see there. I wouldn't mind jumping to this little community. It's a nice little spot if there's nobody that goes there, but we'll see what people think about this launch pad. It's a little dangerous because it's close to the line, but might be a fun one to kind of go to in this situation. You're also noticing, hopefully, when we're flying over here, that certain things are like loading in and stuff while we go. Never drop in the quarry when the thing's over the line. That is so infinitely stupid. Like, really stupid to do that. You try to stay away from the line as much as possible unless you've got some kind of weird death wish. It looks like I'm getting my way. We're jumping down over here. And hopefully it goes well for the squad. And, you know, I lead us to some form of better victory. And I just hope you guys in general are, I don't know, enjoying the action and the looks of the game. Definitely seems to be something that a lot of people are interested in, which is great. Okay, let's go buy stations. Usually you get some better loot up here. Every once in a while you get like a nice orange box at the top here. Not to be confused with the wonderful actual orange box. And the orange shotgun I just got. Lovely. Not to be confused with an actual rarity of an orange shotgun, but the fact that this one has, I think it's an orange gun skin. It's kind of hard to tell with the lighting. Maybe it's like a weird, cool red. Oh, I definitely did not want to drop it. Because this thing will hopefully annihilate people if I come across them. Letting people know what's happening. Taking point on this squad, you know. Just guiding the team along the way. It's actually a pretty good strategy for loot and everything, at least that I've developed over playing this. I do quite like going this path. Seeing the sights, hitting up the Burger Town, having a blast. And hopefully you're able to see like the improvements in the wood textures and the concrete. It just looks way better. Seriously, I'm quite impressed with what they've done here. This weird flaming lethal throwing knife. Okay. I don't know when that's going to come in handy, but it would be pretty funny if I actually do get to use the throwing knife. I think still my favorite Warzone weapon that I've ever found while playing, and this was like early, like I think first couple weeks, was a crossbow that shot like a fire. Or maybe not a fire, but a, oh geez, what's it called? Thermite shot. And it like liquefied people. It was awesome, and I haven't seen it since, which is a little disheartening. I mean, they've done different types of the crossbow, but not that particular one, and not like being found just in a box somewhere here. It was really cool. Definitely a memorable moment of the Warzone, which really is quite an entertaining game. They did a good job on making this available, and I think it's done well for the series. Getting new players involved, and also selling Modern Warfare. That's generally why they do these, like, free-to-play spin-offs, is just to get you into the thing, into the universe, and then you look at it, you're like, wow, this is so cool. And then you potentially buy the main game. I'm assuming it was a big success, and that's why they're, like, pushing forward with this one, because I was anticipating that eventually we'd get, like, another map or something, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Although that could come out of nowhere, you know. I actually got a pretty good setup here. I don't think that's a really good distance scope, though, because I want to show off a far distance. Looks like we're getting attacked. I always wanted intense skyscrapers in games, or shooter games in general, like Battlefield. Just never anticipated that I'd have to be climbing so many fleets of stairs. The stamina on these characters is absolutely remarkable, because I would be so tired trying to do this. I mean, I could, but it would be extremely vigorous. Vigorous? Is that the right word for that? I don't know. It'd be tiring. You guys looking at what's happening up here? Yeah, it looks really, really good. Quite impressed. And now we actually have a scope, so we can kind of show off a little bit of the distance. That's not a really good spot for that. Okay, so right here, you can see very clearly all the way to that roof over there, and even beyond it where the firehouse is back there. That's even further line of sight. There's hostiles there. There's hostiles over there, but you can see all the way there, and usually you can see the train in the background. So we can see that building all the way over there very clearly. And that building would be like, I think, this area here. So you get like an insane line of sight. If we actually had a good sniper, you could really, you know, pick people off from miles away, which is wild. And here too, seeing again the detail, it would help if there was like people running around, because then you'd be able to see them highlighted. But yeah, it's just kind of crazy the distance that we're getting here and how it's rendering. I think that's going to help players a lot when they're out here, out and about battling away, right? I hope these are good spots to kind of showcase this too. This one's a little worse because it's really blocked by the mountain. I think we got a bad guy down there. Oh, I forgot a burst fire. I forgot I had a burst fire. That's not good. Help me up. Thank you, good sir. Does it keep closing the door and opening it? Yeah, that guy actually striked me down pretty quick. Is he gonna come out there again? I'm surprised they didn't rush us. Good thing I got vests for days. We are attracting a lot of attention though by doing this. Oh, that didn't work. Trying to jump up there. So their goal to like distract us? It's just a weird situation. That That guy's got like really fast, impeccable aim. The fact that he was able to like aim and shoot at me that quickly. I think it's kind of wasting my ammo, but yeah, that was crazy, right? Because he wasn't even in the real area, and he was just hitting those markers like right off the bat. I know it doesn't do much, it just kind of annoys them, but hopefully someone else later on is able to finish those guys off. Still got him from there. A little bit of extra hit marker on it. It looks like they found themselves in the middle of a battle over there too. Guess we ought to go for that loadout, eh? Woo! Nice. Fire knife. That is hilarious. I've noticed that there's a few more knives now in the multiplayer, so that's kind of fun. I wonder if I can get ammo. I don't remember if I actually grabbed that yet. We'll take a quick detour and see if that's the case. Oh, there's only 3 of us. I thought we had a full squad. Must have been distracted. Yeah, I've already taken the ammo. Oh, shucks. Anyways, let's group up with the rest of the team here. Does this have the ascender here? Yeah, it does. Awesome! A lot easier to get up to the top. Maybe I shouldn't have wasted so much ammo. Somebody's driving that again? That is crazy. I'm genuinely surprised they did that. Why is there an ATV there? Is that our guy's ATV? Okay. We're still in a generally really good spot, so I'm going to start claymoring. Yeah, that's a word. Up the different sides here. Maybe I'll pick up a Molotov. It's just birds. I thought there were maybe people hopping down and doing their thing. Yeah, we're still in the circle. It's kind of a large circle here. Didn't make me go so far. Yeah, it's kind of like makes no sense to do shots from here. Oh, nice. If you got a sniper like that guy. That is fascinating. We are making a lot of noise, though. And people will likely hear that and come attack us, which won't be good. Yeah, it really does just look really good. Such a technical achievement, this game. Look at my cool watch radar. I think it's like the COD 4 style, or at least the retro kind of radar. It's kind of fun. Oh, it looks like we've got targets again. I think I went for a little bit of an ammo run just momentarily ago. I'm going to be worried about them coming around the other way over here. Anything on the heartbeat? Not yet. Got a bad feeling about this one. He's got a big gun though, so. Maybe they went somewhere else. I did not expect that to happen.
Your teammates are sent to the gulag. They'll fight for a chance to redeploy.
Come on, give me the munitions box, jeez. I like looting my dead friend's corpse here.
Your teammates down in. They're returning to base. Gas is inbound.
Oh, I was gonna go buy him back. I've got like 8,800. Ugh. That's disheartening. There's a real team with that guy. No, we might as well go in there, right? Yeah, as soon as they notice that we're coming. I feel like they're going to hear this. Why did I get stuck on there? No!